This Diwali, I felt like making something very special. That's why I chose this AI-inspired Rangoli mat, which is super vibrant and absolutely perfect for Diwali. For this project, I've used red, yellow, orange, blue, green, and white 8-ply 100% cotton yarn along with a 4mm crochet hook. Additionally, you'll need scissors and a needle for sewing. Begin by making a magic ring in red. Inside this magic ring, you'll make 10 double crochets. Start by chaining 2, which will count as the first double crochet. Then make the remaining 9 double crochets within this magic ring. This will be the center of the Rangoli mat where you'll place an LED candle light. Once you've made 10 double crochets, tighten the magic ring. Then join with a slip stitch to the chain 2. You'll work around 2 in red as well. To make this, first chain 2, which will count as your first double crochet. In this round, you'll need to make 10 increases, which means you'll make 2 double crochets in each stitch around. By the end of this round, you should have a total of 20 stitches. To finish the round, make a slip stitch into the chain 2. The center of the Rangoli is ready, where you can place the LED candle. Look at this, it's perfectly sized for an LED tea light candle. Let's move on to round 3. In this round, we'll create a mesh with red to form a red and blue check pattern. For round 3, first chain 2, which will count as our first double crochet. Then make another double crochet in the same stitch. Next, chain 1 and skip the next stitch from round 2. Then make 2 double crochets in the third stitch. This will create the first mesh. Like so. Then chain 1, skip 1 stitch and make 2 double crochets and another chain 1 in the following stitch. Like so. Repeat this pattern a total of 9 times. By the end of round 3, you should have a total of 30 stitches. Now finish the round with a slip stitch into chain 2. Pull the yarn for weaving and cut it with scissors. We'll work round 4 in blue, filling in the gaps between the mesh from round 3. First, attach the blue yarn in the chain 1 space from round 3. This will overlap the red from round 3. Then make a double crochet in the same stitch. Then chain 2 and skip both of the double crochet stitches. And work 2 double crochets in the following chain 1 space. Repeat this pattern around, 2 double crochets and chain 2. Doing this, we'll merge round 3 and round 4, creating a check pattern of red and blue. To finish round 4, join with a slip stitch and pull the yarn for weaving. In the next round, round 5, we'll use red. This round will mostly be tucked behind the yellow petals. For this, attach the red yarn in the back loop of the double crochet. Then chain 3, this will be our first treble crochet. Next, we'll make another treble crochet in the same stitch. Then make a treble crochet in the next double crochet stitch. The next 2 stitches from round 4 are chain 1 spaces. Insert the hook through them and make a treble crochet into the double crochet from round 3. Like so. Repeat the process for the next chain 1. Insert the hook through it and make a treble crochet into the double crochet stitch from round 3. Repeat the pattern by making a total of 3 treble crochets into the blue double crochet stitches. I'll go over it once more. We'll start by making 2 treble crochets in the first double crochet stitch, and in the second double crochet stitch we'll make just 1 treble crochet. And wherever we have chain stitches in round 4, you'll make 1 treble crochet in each of the double crochet stitches from round 3, going through the chain stitches from round 4. This pattern will cause the back loops of the blue chain stitches to overlap with the red. And we'll use the front loops of the blue chain stitches to create the yellow petals. Continue repeating this pattern. By the end of the round, you should have a total of 50 stitches. At the end of the round, join with a slip stitch. In round 6, you'll follow a simple circle pattern and make 10 increases. Start with a chain 2, which will count as the first double crochet. Then make another double crochet in the same stitch. Then make 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Continue this pattern until you have a total of 60 stitches. At the end of the round, join with a slip stitch and leave the yarn for weaving in. In the next 4 rounds, round 7 to 10, you'll follow a simple circle pattern and make 10 increases in each round. The only difference is round 7 is orange single crochet, round 8 is yellow single crochet, round 9 is green double crochet, and round 10 is red single crochet. You'll work round 7 in orange. Start by attaching the orange yarn to any stitch from the last round. Then make 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Then make 1 single crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. Continue this pattern around. By the end of the round, you should have a total of 70 stitches. To finish the round, join with a slip stitch. Pull the yarn and cut it with scissors, leaving it for weaving in. We'll make round 8 in yellow. Start by attaching the yarn to any stitch from the last round. Then chain 1 and make 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Then make a single crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. Follow this pattern around. At the end of this round, you should have a total of 80 stitches. To finish the round, join with the slip stitch. Pull the yarn and cut it with scissors, leaving it for weaving. Round 9 will be made in green. Start by attaching the yarn in any of the stitches from the last round. Then chain 2, this will count towards the first double crochet. Then make a double crochet in the same stitch. Then make a double crochet in each of the next 7 stitches. Continue this pattern of 2 double crochets and 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches. End the round with a slip stitch. And pull the yarn, leaving it for weaving. Round 10 will be made in red. Start by attaching the red yarn to a stitch from the last round, then chain 1 and make 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Then make 1 single crochet in each of the next 8 stitches. Continue this pattern around, 2 single crochets, then 1 single crochet in the next 8 stitches. You should have a total of 100 stitches by the end of this round. Finish the round with a slip stitch. And pull out the yarn for weaving in. In round 11, we'll create V clusters using yellow. Start by attaching the yellow yarn anywhere in round 10, then chain 3, which will count as the first treble crochet. Then we'll make 4 treble crochets in the same stitch. Counting the chain 2, you'll have a total of 5 treble crochets in that stitch. Then skip the next 4 stitches and make 5 treble crochets in the 5th stitch. I've done this round in the front loop, but you can do it in both the loops. Keep following this pattern to finish the round, and you should end up with 20 V clusters. To finish the round, we'll make a slip stitch into chain 3. In round 13, you'll work half double crochet in the back loop. Start by chaining 2. This will count as the first half double crochet. Essentially, in the joining stitches of the V clusters, you'll need to work 2 half double crochets. So, after the initial chain 2, you'll make another half double crochet in the back loop of the same stitch. Then make 1 half double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches of the V cluster. Be sure to work the entire round in the back loops only. Continue the pattern by making 2 half double crochet where the V clusters join and 1 half double crochet in the remaining 4 stitches of the V cluster. At the end of the round, join with a slip stitch. Then pull the yarn and leave it for weaving. Let's make the yellow petals in the center next. This round will be crocheted in the front loops of the round 5 that was made in blue. First, slip stitch into both double crochet stitches from round 5 as if you're making an invisible join. Then work a half double crochet in the same loop. Follow it with a double crochet 3 together Make sure to crochet in both stitches at the same time. This is the tip of your petal. Now make a picot to add a tiny bump to the petal. To make the picot, chain 3, then make a slip stitch into the first chain. Then in that same loop, add a double crochet, which I missed in my video, followed by a half double crochet and finish with a slip stitch. This completes the first petal. Now travel to the next 2 double crochet stitches. To do this, make a single crochet in each of the next 2 blue chain stitches. You can do this in both the front and the back loops if you like. Like so. Repeat the pattern by making a slip stitch together in the blue double crochet stitches. Work a half double crochet, then a double crochet 3 together, picot, a double crochet, a half double crochet and a slip stitch in the same loop. Then make a single crochet in each of the next 2 chain stitches. At the end of the round, join to the first loop with a slip stitch. Then pull the yarn and leave it for weaving. Adjust the shape of the petals. These petals are currently a bit upright, so we can flatten them later with blocking or sewing. We'll make round 13 in white. We'll create this pattern in the center of each V cluster. If you count, the center of the V is 3 stitches from the join. 1, 2, 3. This is the center point. Start by attaching white yarn to the front loop of the center point. Then make 5 double crochets in this stitch. Do not make a chain 2. Right after the slip stitch, make 5 double crochets into it. After the 5 double crochets, make a slip stitch in the same loop. Then chain 5 and slip stitch in the center of the next V cluster. Repeat this pattern and the center of the outer petals will be formed. To complete this round, slip stitch in the first loop. Pull the yarn and leave it for weaving. Now let's move on to round 14, which will be made in orange and worked around the white. Start by attaching orange yarn to the center loop of the V cluster, then single crochet, then make a half double crochet between the next 2 white stitches. Then make 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Make a picot to create the tip of the petal. Then to make the other half of the petal, make 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Make a half double crochet in the next one, then single crochet and slip stitch in the bottom of the loop. This completes the first petal. Chain 5 and slip stitch to the bottom of the next white cluster loop. Then make a single crochet and repeat the pattern around this white cluster. Let me explain again how. Make a half double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochet in the following stitch, picot, 2 double crochet in the next, half double crochet in the next, single crochet and slip stitch at the loop's base, then chain 5 and slip stitch into the next white cluster. At the end of the round, join the chain 5 with a slip stitch to the base loop of the first white cluster. Pull the yarn and leave it for weaving. Let's make the last round of green leaves. Start by attaching the green yarn to the back loop of the stitch between the 2 orange petals. Then in the same stitch, make a half double crochet, ensuring the white and orange chains are at the back. Then make a double crochet then a treble 3 together, then make a picot at the tip of the petal, then make a double crochet again, then a half double crochet and a slip stitch. Next, chain 4 and make a slip stitch in the back loop of the stitch between the next 2 orange petals. Make sure to slip stitch in front of the orange and white chains. This way your orange and white chains will be tucked underneath the green. Repeat the pattern, half double crochet, then a double crochet, then treble 3 together, then picot to create the tip of the petal, then double crochet, then a half double crochet and a slip stitch, then chain 4 and slip stitch into the stitch between the next 2 orange petals. You need to make 20 such leaves in this round. To finish this round, slip stitch into the first loop and leave a long thread for weaving. Now weave in all the ends. I've woven in all the ends. Now let's block this rangoli mat to flatten it. I have blocked it and glued some mirrors and golden beads with fabric glue. You can also add your favorite beads to it and then enjoy it. Happy Diwali! If you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. And don't forget to share pictures of your rangoli mat in the comments section. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, happy crocheting!